Good morning, everybody. This is Lindsey Huddleston back in the building with another SPS Monday Motivation. Actually, I'm in SPS 1, just touched down from Las Vegas, Nevada, within the last hour at Detroit Metro Airport. Was running through there like an O.J. Hertz commercial back in the day, trying to get to you guys. I had a great 4 days in the desert with the hurricanes. That's right, there was a hurricane in the desert. Got to be part of the relaunching of the Michigan Hurricanes, an outstanding brand of AAU basketball with some great young men led by Will Smith, Ray Reeves, and others. But I want to talk to you about today's Monday Motivation. Yesterday's price is not today's price. That's right. Yesterday's price is not today's price. The price went up, y'all. For those who are familiar with Fat Joe's, statements that he's making, and also the popularity that comes with it on Pusha T's Diet Coke. Hey, the price went up. And what do I mean by that? If you look over my shoulder, you can even see I'm at a gas station, and the prices are changing and fluctuating. You cannot go into the next day, the next month, the next week, the next year with the same mentality that you had before. With your value increases based on experiences, people. Your value is going to increase based on experience. And that was very evident for the time I was able to spend with this great group of young men and the young ladies that was involved with what's taking place with the Michigan Hurricanes, relaunching of a brand. We went out to Las Vegas, and we were part of the Las Vegas big-time basketball tournament ran by Gary G. He's been doing that for some time. And what an amazing experience it was. Got to shout out my guy. Shout out Will Smith of the Michigan Hurricanes. That's us atop of the Four Seasons in his suite. It was 4 a.m. Detroit time, but we were getting it in, talking about what's happening. Also, Ray Reeves, Coach Ray Reeves, was there as well, and we were talking about what is going to be next. But what I want to make you guys understand is that between your value and your experience is when things change. That's how things are changing. If you're a service provider like myself at SPS, providing the mental toughness, the mental health information that can help these young people and everyone else, also providing the media support. As your service providers, your experience increases, so should your value. This was another great experience for me to be able to increase my value. What I also want to say too is you need to be able to provide value and not variety. I think so many times people think that because it's someone else doing the same thing, that's going to equate to value. It doesn't. The value comes to the experience and being able to do something very unique that other people can't. Now, let's talk about the consumer. Let's talk about who we are as consumers when we say, I'm not paying that. I used to pay that price a while ago, and you still want to pay yesterday's price. Well, as the statement goes, yesterday's price is not today's price. People who are gaining the experience in the work that they do, who are learning how to be better, more efficient, more successful in their work to do, there's a value that comes with that. You got to pay them people. Now, you may sit back and say, oh, I know Lindsey, I know this person, and when we were coming up, it wasn't like that, but that was yesterday, and that was yesterday's price. A lot of y'all are wishing for 1993 gas prices. And the reason I say 1993, that was my senior year in high school, and it was 99 cents a gallon. Yeah, I know I didn't mean to make your head hurt by thinking about that, but yesterday's price is not today's price. But if you're out here providing value, you want to be able to focus on that. You want to be able to say, hey, this is what I need to do. But it also goes for the sporting area. I want to talk about that. The same thing for a tournament play in sports. It gets harder the further you advance. The more you go along in the tournament, the teams are going to be more challenging to play with. We found that out with the Michigan Hurricanes as these young men, 14 and 15, who were playing up. Shout out to all these young guys. I enjoyed being with them, but it got harder as they went along. You have to understand, the more you out here as a consumer or as someone who's providing value, the more you move along, the more your value is going to increase. The more the price should and will go up. But if you're a consumer, you have to understand that money moves in the world. If you're thinking that I'm not going to pay this price for something, well, you're still thinking with yesterday's mentality, because you should be moving in some way or form that price should be insignificant. That price increase or that cost, and in some cases, or many cases, I should say, the value of paying more is going to be better in the long end. No issue or disrespect to Walmart or Meijer, but sometimes you can go in there and buy a pair of kids' shoes, and them shoes will be toe up, unusable, if you will, within a week to 2 weeks' time. Well, you get what you pay for. You have to understand this, whether you're a consumer or whether you want someone providing value and service, Yesterday's price is not today's price. And it can't be that just because you said so. Oh man, I know. What value are you providing? What can you point to show that because of what I'm capable of doing, because of how my experience has grown, because of the things I've been able to do that make my product, my brand even more efficient, that's why this is going to go up. The same thing is in a relationship. The same thing is for a person. I know we talk about this in relationships all the time, but the reality is that if you're a quality individual and you're doing great things, well, you should value yourself more. Not just to say it, but it should be because you can point to things as to the reason why. I think that's very important. I know I may have some people online right now, but because I'm a little bit more remote, it's a little bit more challenging for you to pick those up. So if you're making comments, please forgive me for not being able to connect. But I didn't want to let this time get away. I didn't want to let this time pass. Yesterday's price is not today's price, and it's not because it's a cool rap lyric. It's because it's the way of the world. We can no longer go along doing the same things, expecting the same outcomes by paying the same price. It's just not going to happen. Whether it's gas, whether it's food, whether it's beverages, whatever it may be, the price is going to go up. So should your value and your skill set to be able to support that. If you're still sitting around being that same individual you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, yeah, you could be screaming about the prices going up because you haven't increased your skill set to be able to command more, to be able to manage this life that we're living. But if you're still working on your craft and working really hard to make things happen, then you will be able to move on up. Shout out to Will Smith. He said, if you want to be a Michigan Hurricane, you can't come looking. They're going to come find you if you're special. I want to thank them for supporting me. And I got a few other people I want to make sure I say thank you to. Shout out to Horatio and Horatio Williams Foundation. These people have been supporting and investing in me for a long time in a good way. Shout out to my guy, Tony Spratt and the Spratt family, D Spratt and Tyler Spratt. They've been supporting me in a real serious way. Shout out to my guy, Ray Reeves. He did what he said he was going to do. He said, hey, man, we're going to make this happen. We're going to go to Vegas. We're going to set it out. You're going to capture it. And there's more things are coming. Of course, shout out to Will Smith, who was part of making that happen, too. Listen, I'm not trying to get back here and brag about what's going on. I was working. I was hustling. I ain't been to sleep. You know, my flight left at midnight in Las Vegas, and we just touched down 7 in the morning. I ain't been to sleep. I smell like yesterday. It's okay. I was working, but I'm trying to tell you it's the same thing for you. Whatever it is you're working on, whatever it is you're trying to get done, put your head down and do the work, and they will come and get you and find you. They're not looking for the variety. They're looking for the value. Huh? You need to provide value, not variety. Everybody out here doing some of the same thing. And they saying the price going up, but what are you doing to distinguish yourself? What are you doing to make sure that what you're doing is going to stand out and make that consumer to be impressed and go above and beyond? I'm speaking to somebody right now, whether you're a consumer or whether you're a producer, okay? And consumers, I got to tell you, you can't be out here expecting to get all these things to happen for you with yesterday's price, because yesterday's price is not today's price. So with that, guys, I won't keep it too long. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to travel with the Michigan Hurricanes. Had a great experience. Grateful to be able to make it back safely. Grateful to be able to pull over, get a tank of gas, get ready to head back to East Lansing and be able to send a message to you that I hope can help you going forward. Yesterday's price is not today's price. If that person providing value for you, they show up on time, make it happen, and helps you and whatever you need them for, pay that. And I won't make it about race and how different ethnicities respond a different way. Yesterday's price is not today's price. And last thing I'll say, if you got a price, hold to your price. Hold to it. And everybody may not pay it. That's okay. But the right person will come along and pay it. And I'm a living example of that. So with that being said, like I said, all my Monday motivations, either I pull from the headlines of my life, and you guys have seen what I've been doing the past few days with a great organization that's doing some great things to help these young people. I mean, even taking them to a 5-star dinner at Del Frisco's, oh my goodness, to expose these young people to something that they haven't experienced, some adults haven't even experienced. 5-star, Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse. I mean, get whatever you want. Will Smith making it happen. Ray Reeves making it happen. The Michigan Hurricanes making it happen. That is what's going on. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for supporting me. And I just want you to remember that yesterday's price is not today's price. Have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great month. Have a great year. Have a great life. This is Lindsay Hells with SPS. Got to get the road. See you guys later. Peace.